Coughing up a storm, man.
Dude, weak.
You okay?
Yeah. Promise you I'm not dying.
You're weak?
No, you're weak, dude.
Oh shit, son. Doug and Matt got real before this. Oh man. That's what we'll do when what is it that the fucking Muscle movie comes out with Mark Wahlberg and shit. Yeah. What we'll do is we'll go watch the movie, go to do the podcast afterwards, except the podcast will take place in a gym where we try to see how much we can bench press, and I die in the middle of it. You were supposed to be spotting me. I was looking at a chick, I'm sorry.
I was spotting something else.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I apologize, but fuck it. Oh, man.
Alright, so we're good?
Yeah, dude, I'm good to... I may as well open these. Alright. I'm good to go. That's me working on my editing skills, so I can cut that part out. Go on. This is all actually pieced together. We actually went through the dictionary and read every single individual word, and then we just go in weekly and decide to come up with conversations.
Okay, welcome to Doug and Matt Got Drunk Before This. I'm Doug.
I'm Matt.
And tonight we are going to be talking about a myriad of amazing things.
They're alright things.
Wow.
What's a myriad? A punch? A bunch.
Yeah, you're right.
And what's a pyramid?
A pyramid is a triangular thingy.
So Egypt has a myriad of pyramids.
Yes.
In my head, that sounded like it'd be much more of a tongue twister than it was. That's pretty easy to say.
Okay, so tonight we're drinking Miller Lite and Gold Crown. We shall do a shot.
As usual. And to you, sir.
Go.
To the podcast. Shockingly, not shot face that time.
I know I had the shot face that time.
Yeah, holy shit. It's like trading places.
Speaking of shots, a friend of mine bought me a shot the other night.
Okay.
It was Thursday after the show.
Yeah, but, NYP?
Yeah.
Or, okay.
And I was like, oh, what's this? Old Crow. I was like, why did you buy Old Crow? She's like, oh, that's what you drink all the time. I was like, no, it's not.
You obviously haven't seen my fucking personal ad. It's called Gold Crown for You. Oh,
yeah.
Man. Did you, okay, wait, did you take it before even knowing?
No.
Did you do the like, oh, sweet, oh, thank you, and then it's like,
no, I knew what I was going into. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Someone hands me a shot, I always ask what it is. You know, for instance, Mike Marlowe, he hands me a shot.
Yeah.
Chances are I don't want to waste that shot.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You know?
That's it. Wait, was it you that... I think it's you that Mike Barlow handed a shot to the one time and you fucking shot it because it's like, oh, okay, cool, fucking shot of whiskey. And then you found out what it was and I was like, son of a bitch. Like, why did I shoot that? Yeah. Well, that's my brother and his band at some point went to some whiskey bar up north when they were on tour one time. And they just started buying, like, all types of whiskey. Like, yeah, fuck yeah, all right, this is what we're doing, And my friend, my brother's bandmate ended up looking at his tab afterwards, and there was, like, a $50 shot or some shit on there. It's like, what the fuck? And everybody thought it was like, oh, you're pissed off because you just spent $50 on a fucking shot. I was like, no, I'm pissed off because I don't know which one it was. Because if I knew it was the $50 shot, I would have sat there and sipped it for the rest of the night. Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, we are recording this outside on my patio tonight.
Yes, which is why you just heard a train.
and wind chimes and whatnot. Where
Yeah.
it's a little experiment to see if it's too much background noise.
To just see how it flows, and if it doesn't, it doesn't. But it's one episode.
Yeah.
So if you've sat through the pilot episode, you can sit through this. So
yeah. So.
Let's get preliminaries out of the way.
Right, yes, you can check us out at our website, DougAndMatt.com, on Twitter @DougAndMatt, Facebook /DougAndMatt, email DougAndMattPodcast@gmail.com, and you can check out our music if you don't want to listen, or our show.
Music. Check out our music.
Our show, if you don't want to listen to it on the website, on SoundCloud, just search Doug and Matt Got Drunk Before This.
Or if you want to hear my music, you can come to my bedroom. I make sweet, beautiful music.
And by a bedroom, he means his parents' couch.
And by sweet, beautiful music, I mean it's a solo act. Get it?
Yeah.
I'm insulting myself.
I know. Okay, so that does it for the intro.
Yeah.
We've done a shot. We've told people what to do on the internet.
Yeah, and we've explained to you why at certain times it sounds like you're in the middle of New York, and at other times it sounds like you're in a yoga studio. The wind chimes, I think, are peaceful, personally.
I like the wind chimes.
I like them.
Yeah.
Whoever came up with wind chimes
It was
should get an
John
award.
Windchime.
I fucking hate you because I was about to make a joke about the last name being Windchime. Good job. We've been officially hanging out with each other too much. Yeah.
Cheers
There we go. Cheers to that. I'm going to do another intro at this point. All right. Well, that shot's done.
Okay, so you wanted to talk about the documentary.
Okay, so last Thursday, and actually, there's actually two topics tonight about last Thursday. But one thing that I wanted to mention about last Thursday, when I went up to Raleigh, I got there a little bit earlier than planned due to certain things that we'll explain later. But also, I got to watch, and it should be, by the time this podcast comes up, it should probably still be on demand. I know that's how my brother got it, but it's Room 237. Room 237 is a documentary about the Stanley Kubrick's The Shining. I avoid saying Stephen King's because it has nothing to do with Stephen King's The Shining.
And the movie is actually called Stanley Kubrick's The Shining.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's flat out. Stanley Kubrick knew that. It's like, no, I like your book, but this is what I'm going to do.
Yeah. Thank goodness we have Brian from Wings.
Oh, God, yes. Thank you for bringing that up, by the way. Quick side note, this is the ADHD version of the podcast. But yeah, if you haven't seen Stephen King's The Shining as a miniseries in, late 90s, I want to say. Stephen Weber, Brian from Wings. Or if you're not a moviegoer or a Wings lover, he's been on other shows too. He was in Studio 60 on the Sunset Strip by Aaron Sorkin. He's fucking awesome. But they redid it with Stephen King behind it, doing the teleplay, and it actually stuck to the book for the most part. I think the ending still changed, which, I mean, you write something 20, 30 years after you wrote the original, you're going to decide, no, this one should have this ending instead. It works different. But Stanley Kubrick's The Shining, very different movie, has nothing to do with the book, really. But this documentary, apparently, if you've seen it or seen the movie Shining, there's a lot of questions that a lot of people had, and I'm a fucking cinephile. I never had questions about that film. I just watched the film and I'm like, okay, that was a horror movie that he did. Cool. Scatman Crothers is in it. Awesome. But
Scatman Crothers did the voice of Jazz in the Transformers.
And we bring it full circle.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good.
He was also Hong Kong Phooey.
Was he?
Yeah.
Scatman Crothers was Hong Kong Phooey? Jesus Christ. I really hope he got drunk one night and dressed as him. And that picture exists on the internet.
All right.
But yeah, that Room 237 is just about a bunch of conspiracies that exist around the meaning of The Shining. Some of them, I promise you, if you watch this, and I highly recommend you do because it's fucking fantastic, that I assure you some of those theories you will sit there and be like, okay, that's fucking pushing it. That's not anything. But there are some that are flat out just, holy shit. No, this is really actually, they make good points. There's good evidence behind this being a theory. Of course, you could skip the movie and read all the theories online if you want. But I highly recommend watching it because that movie was fucking amazing. And strangely creepy. But they don't do interviews. They don't fucking sit the conspiracy theorists down to be like in front of a camera like, this is what I think. The entire movie's done with footage from Stanley Kubrick's collection as well as other films.
Huh.
And that's it. Like, the majority of it is all fucking Shining footage. And even at some point they like throw in a clip from like Barry Lyndon and Eyes Wide Shut to be like, okay, let's get the point across. This is the mood. You know, and it's like, oh, fuck yeah. Fucking amazing. Every accolade it got from film festivals, totally well-deserved. Room 237, fucking awesome.
That's cool. Now, Stephen King has a new book coming out, correct?
Yes. That's the other thing that I want to mention was, because obviously, I mean, if you couldn't tell by the last 5 minutes of Stephen King, that I've been on a huge Stephen King rant?
Kick.
Yeah, I've been on a huge Stephen King rant for like 5 minutes. He has officially announced, well, he had announced it I think 2 years ago or something. There was a poll online actually, where it's like, do you want the next Dark Tower book, or do you all want the next this book?
Wait, the Dark Tower ended.
Oh, no, dude, he's still doing it. There's like there's like 6 of them now. He swore he ended it like, well, no, there's more than that. He swore that he ended it like at Dark Tower 4 or 5, I think.
No. I read the last Dark Tower book.
Okay, well, there might be side stories that exist in the same universe. Like, because did you read like Wolves of Kala and like Through the Keyhole or something?
Yeah, I read.
Oh, okay, maybe this was maybe it was something else that was like but he was asking like, do you want this or this? And it won out that this one won, and what this is it's coming out this year. It's called Dr. Sleep. It is the follow-up to The Shining, the book, and in which Danny Torrance, the character, the kid from The Shining, is an adult. He's middle-aged. He's been running all his life from just, the hauntings of his father, like this kind of like, no, man, like, this fucking tormented me. Like, he's a tortured soul, basically. And the ghost of the Overlook. And he's settled in, I think it's New Hampshire. Of course it's New England. I mean, like, but it's an AA community in which he works at a nursing home. And there's apparently there's a psychic cat or some shit that he talks to, which that part I'm kind of like, you're breaching Neil Gaiman territory. But at the same time, his main purpose of being there is that he has this gift, because he has The Shining, but he has this gift to help senior citizens pass on.
Okay.
That they're the ones that are scared to die, that he's able to comfort them and help put them to sleep. And then he gets some sort of, I have a feeling it's like The Shining calling, that when he calls out in the book to, I was about to say Scatman Crothers again, but that character. Dude, when he fucking sits up in that bed in that movie is fucking awesome. But yeah, it's this girl that is calling out to him. It's this young girl. And basically he has to go and try to save her. And the reason being is that there's a cult that drive around, like it was described as lots of polyester old folks in like RVs. So that seems to be reaching like David Lynch territory, almost, of like Mulholland Drive, like the old couple, like that's what I'm picturing. Is called the cult is called the True Knot, is the name of them, and like KNOT, the True Knot, and they are going out and they're basically an immortal cult. And the reason why they are immortal is because they find that they can feed off of the steam that is given off of children being tortured who have The Shining.
Wow.
Yeah. And so to me, I'm like, okay, this is a very different fucking horror story sounding to... Because Overlook is a fucking bottle story. It's a family in a haunted hotel. this. I'm gonna wait for that to pass. That was a long truck.
There were 4 cars.
Oh, okay. That's like a truck. That this to me is like, okay, I know that's very different than the first one, but at the same time, I don't think that's a bad thing. Like, I could see this as being these are the further adventures of Danny Torrance. Like, that it's like, obviously, if you're a horror character in a novel, you're going to deal with that shit later on somehow. Well, some way.
If you survive.
Well, yeah, exactly. And so now it's like, okay, this is what you're doing. It's like, no, that's cool. This turns more into the adventure, into the, like, mystery thriller. Mm-hmm. Still a little supernatural, as Stephen King does. And does well, if you ask me. I mean, he's good at I can kick back, relax, fucking read this, and enjoy it. Mm-hmm. He's not fucking amazing. He doesn't claim to be. He's just like, yeah, this is what I know how to write. I know how to write books well that you want to read when you're sitting on an airplane. You know? And it's like, yeah. I'm cool with it. I think I will fucking totally purchase this book.
Cool.
Yeah. What are your what do you think about that? Being somebody who has seen The Shining or knows the story of.
Right. I think it sounds interesting. I don't understand the title.
Dr. Sleep is the nickname given to Dan Torrance.
Okay.
Because of the way that he's able to help the elderly pass.
All right. Yeah. That makes more sense.
Yeah.
Also, speaking of The Shining, what about this prequel TV series?
Fuck that shit.
Yeah.
Because, well, you know, I mean, both of us have written together. Both of us understand each other's basis for storytelling for the most part. And to me, I think it becomes a moment of, this is too much. Like, I'm cool with the sequel of the book because, well, it's by the original fucking author.
Right.
Whereas, was it Gazzaro, or something like that? Some guy behind The Walking Dead has been commissioned by Warner Brothers and the AMC, or is it AMC or? Yeah, that to do a prequels television series called The Overlook Hotel that'll go back and tell the stories of the ghosts there, like Lloyd the bartender and Grady and everybody. And my thing is like, okay, in the movie The Shining, like in the book The Shining even. Within the first, 2 or 3 chapters, as soon as Torrance gets to the hotel, Hollander, I think is the guy's name, but he explains to him, this is some of the shit that's happened over the past. And Grady was this guy who fucking he murdered his wife and, chopped up his children with an axe, or whatever. That's as far as I need to know. I don't need to know every detail that fucking happened. One of the most haunting things I think it's, Stephen King's The Shining, the fucking miniseries, and it's in the book, is the dog mask and the wolfman mask.
Yep.
From the party, the masquerade. And it's explained in the book somewhat, but it's not explained to the amount of detail that I think this show's gonna do. And it's like, I don't need to know that there was some massive weird-ass orgy happening. To me, it's creepy enough that somebody just saw a dude in a fucking dog mask. That's fucked up. I'm good with that. Yeah. What are your thoughts on it as far as...
I am right there with you.
Okay.
I care to the sum of zero.
Yeah.
About it.
I
shan't be watching it. I have no desire.
I have no desire to watch it. Yeah. Even though they're good. AMC's great.
I know. Yeah. And you know what? If it turns out to be really fucking good... I'm of two minds about it.
I might listen to somebody summarize it for me.
No, I don't know if I'll even then want to watch it.
Yeah.
You know, because I don't really have the desire.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to know those stories. I think I know all I need to know.
Yeah.
As a story reader or
whatever. Yeah. Well, and that's the thing is that's why I mentioned the idea of both of us being into story writing or storytelling. That the idea of less can sometimes mean more. And even as far as filmmaking goes, perfect example, and I'm sure everybody's fucking heard this, all 5 listeners, that Reservoir Dogs, the scene in which Stuck in the Middle with You is playing, and Michael Madsen cuts off a dude's ear. That they shot the actual footage of him cutting off the ear. audiences, they were a little grotesque. They're a little like, oh, that's eerie, but fuck it, whatever. Then the cut that they went with, where you don't see it and you just pan away to the silhouette on the wall happening, 10 times more effective. Because you don't see it and it's left to your imagination. Mm-hmm. And that's, to me, the perfect thing for a ghost story is don't fucking explain it. Let it be a ghost story. That's why we still love ghost stories in current culture. Because to us, it's still a, like, oh my god, what happened to cause some spirit to haunt some shit, or whatever. That's why we love those tales. Yeah. Don't fucking ruin it. Yeah. Warner Brothers. Eat my dick. Oh, I don't want to say that because now I'm like, oh shit, I want to sell a script. Just
you can edit that out, buddy.
Alright, cool. I'll say eat my cock.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So, what else we got here?
While we're here really quick, let's go ahead and talk about last Thursday.
Okay. Last Thursday sucked.
And next topic.
Thursday during the day was just terrible, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
Thursday night, we were supposed to be on the radio.
We were
supposed to be on the radio, but that didn't happen.
Nope. The radio had to cancel and drive to Raleigh.
No,
fuck it, I'm blaming it on the radio. Whatever, the radio didn't come with me. Like...
So, instead I had to go on the radio by myself.
Yes, he did.
I had never been on the radio before.
Shit, I thought that you... Okay, alright, cool.
No, never been on the radio. I've been on TV.
And now I feel bad that I've
been in movies. I've done everything.
I haven't been in movies, so you one-up me.
Wow.
Like, I've been in my own film.
I'm from Wilmington.
Yeah, alright, fair enough. Everybody there... When you were popped out, you're actually in the background. Like, there's 9 months was showing it. Like, you're just in the fucking background being bored.
No, so now I've been on radio too. We were going to be on there to promote this podcast.
Yes, the one you're listening to.
Right, and it was fun. You know, wasn't on there very long. Host just asked me some questions.
Yeah, well, and really quick, I do want to explain because of timing. Is why I wasn't on there. We were supposed to go on at 7 initially, that's what we were told. But it is just a fuck up. It wasn't anything on their fault.
Matt's horrible at making plans.
Yeah, basically. It's one of those, I need to be in Raleigh at this time. And it just turned out that because of their standards, which it happens, is that they needed to do promotion and stuff at the time that we were originally slotted for, which is fine. But Doug fucking braved it on his own. Like Odysseus.
Wow. He had a bunch of dudes with him.
I'm not sure if that just sounded weird. Like, do you often not do things unless there's a bunch of dudes with you?
What I'm saying is Odysseus wasn't alone.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying you can only do shit if it's a gay orgy.
No, that's not what I was saying at all. I was saying that you obviously don't know anything about Greek literature.
Okay, I was about to say, you better say literature, because otherwise it's like, yeah, no, it's a bunch of dude orgies. They philosophize about life because they ate life.
Right. So anyway, I went on Avant Greensboro.
Yeah, we should give a shout out to them.
Yeah, Charlie and Avalon, the hosts, they were real good, real cool. You know, we just talked a bit. Very little about the podcast, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
They just kept.
But you got a 1-2 spot in there, like really quick, just to be like,
no.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
I mean, because I didn't get to listen to it because I was on my way up there and I already lost. Fucking
right. No. I did get to talk about the podcast a little bit, but Charlie basically just asked me questions.
Cool.
Interviewed me a little
like history wise and
history. You know, we talked about this and that. You know, comic books, movies. You know, that sort of thing.
All right, cool.
But I did get to plug the website, and we have been asked to come on, both of us.
Okay, cool.
At a later time. So
cool, awesome. Hell yeah.
That'll be cool.
Yeah, dude, I can't wait for that. And like that's my thing was I almost contacted Avalon to mention to her. She was who was contacting me about the time changes and everything that I almost mentioned to her, like, holy shit, do you all have this recorded? You know, like, because I did want to hear the interview still. But yeah, unfortunately I didn't get to hear it, and I haven't talked to anybody or haven't had a chance to talk to anybody yet that listened to it.
No, I did. Apparently I did a good job.
Good job. Even though I heard you said damn it. And by that I mean you texted me to tell me I said damn it on the air.
I did say damn it on WUAG's radio.
Yeah.
And I texted Matt this because if you've listened to this, he curses like a sailor.
You almost said like a fucking sailor, didn't you?
I almost did, but
you did.
I caught myself.
Yeah. Well, it happens.
I profane very rarely.
I don't. I mean, recording. Okay, yeah. I was about to say, I was like, maybe while we're recording in real life. I mean, this is real life too, but I mean, it's just.
But I found it very amusing that I straight up just said, "Damn it, Charlie."
Yeah.
I later found out that you can say "damn it" on the radio.
Oh, okay. All right. Cool. Well, that's the thing was like when you text me that was that question of like, oh man, that sucks. Like, ha 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 ha. But it was like. Wait, I'm pretty sure you can say that. Like, I think that's okay. Like,
yeah, Stan looked it up, and there's only like 6 or 7 words or something that you cannot say.
Even television, technically, if I remember my media law correctly, that FCC standards, as far as television goes, past like 10 p.m., you can say whatever the fuck you want, but at the same time, it's one of those things where most places that are not cable don't, because it's like, no, we rely on sponsors,
right.
And a sponsor isn't going to promote a show like this at 10 p.m. because it's like, no, why would we put you on ABC? Because you say fuck every 5 seconds. So yeah,
that Doug guy is cool though. We'll have him on.
Yeah, I like that you keep going on that. Like that you're like, man, fuck your fucking career. Mine's gonna take off. You're gonna be stuck here cursing. Yeah, it was probably my joke. I was drunk.
Wow.
That's always my excuse.
Yeah, so anyway, that was cool. And I think we've talked about the interview longer than the actual interview was now.
Yeah, probably.
Maybe we can move on a bit.
Yeah, we never discussed really what happened during the interview.
I told you.
Yeah, I know. But I mean, like, there's no details. I didn't hear anything about, like, was it like, hey, what's your love life like?
I think I talked longer about my comic book than I did the podcast.
Fuck yeah. No, dude. Rightly so, man. Rightly so. The comic book's fucking awesome.
Charlie asked me questions and I didn't want to answer them. And
was it like, what's the twist ending? Why the fuck would I tell you that now?
He was like, oh, give me details. I was like, no.
Yeah, like, why would I do that? Like, no, fucking buy it when I finish it.
Right. He was like, yeah. When's it going to be done? I was like, I don't know. Yeah.
In the future?
I finished it last Thursday. Oh, when can I get it? I don't know.
Yeah. I don't. What the fuck? Like, I'm not magic.
Right. No, I told him that I was working on fleshing everything out.
Yeah.
You know, I wasn't just working on the story of the comic book. Yeah. You know, I was doing the entire world. Yeah. You know, and like I wanted to know what was happening with these characters at the exact same time. You know, that way later I can tell those stories or tie them in and this, that, and the other.
Like the Raymond Carver of fucking comic books.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is me.
Do you know who Raymond Carver is?
No.
Okay. He read a short story collection of his, was turned into Shortcuts that Robert Altman did.
Okay.
Where it's like 20 different individual stories and films, but they all intertwine with each other. That it's all taking place in this one night in LA.
Okay.
And Joshua Tree. And it's like, oh shit, this is what's fucking going on. Yeah.
Alright, yes, I'm exactly like that guy.
I really wish I knew I really wish that at this point in time I had knowledge to be like, Raymond Carver was gay, you suck a lot of dick. That turned out fucking homophobic. That comment really did. I love the gays, they're awesome. Whatever.
Okay,
fantastic parades. They should get married. I'm cool with it.
That was very upright of you.
Yeah, that was my one moment of the talking politics on this for the year.
Right.
Yep.
Speaking of gays,
Kevin James.
I thought we were going to get through it.
Nope. No, fuck no. Fuck no. I had it fucking ready. Like, just to be like, no, I'm dropping Kevin James' name. Fuck it, I'm going to do it until he finally gives in to be like, man, fuck you guys, I'll just be on.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You know, I mean...
You cool with it?
Right, so we're going to just get off that whole thing. We're recording this a bit after, but we wanted to talk about this. Well, Matt wanted to talk about it more than I did.
Being a cinephile for as long as I have been, I think at the time of us recording this, it's been a week and a half probably.
Yeah, about that.
Yeah, but by the time we post this, it'll probably be 2.5 weeks. But I just want to mention that Roger Ebert died. I do think that it's a tragic loss. Like I made sure that on my Facebook profile, because I don't normally like to do that whole like, this person died, this is how terrible I feel. But at the same time, from the youngest moment, that I knew who Ebert was. Like, it was always, at the time, Siskel and Ebert, that is like, 2 thumbs up. And it's like, that means you're going to fucking want to see this film. So to me, he's always been one of those people that existed within the realm of cinema. Right. And I just think it was a tragic loss. I'm not saying that I feel terrible because the guy passed away. I mean, he is up there.
What's tragic about it, actually?
Well, I think, okay, to be fair, judging
an old, unhealthy dude that died.
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing. Is okay, yeah. To be fair, like judging from, and he seemed fairly happy from what I know. Like, I mean, he still went on critiquing, even after his jaw surgery, right, and everything. But to me, is one of those things where, to me, it was tragic, in the sense of, man, like looking at him in old footage of like, doing this, and then writing Beyond the Valley of the Dolls for Russ Meyer before he became a critic, shit like that. And then knowing that in the end, in the past like 10 years of his life, he had this surgery, his fucking jaw is taken, shit like that, and it's just like, oh my god, dude, because you don't want that as your ending, you know? You want this epic, like, kind of like, you know what, I fucking lived healthy and amazing until the day I died. And I think that that's tragic to me, because to me it's like, no, he's a fucking awesome guy. Like, he deserved better than the health that was given to him. Now, granted, he ate a lot of popcorn.
I don't eat popcorn. I will not suffer that.
I love popcorn. I will lose my jaw. Well, no, and if anybody out there hasn't seen this, look up some sort of a fucking cartoon, Siskel and Ebert or whatever. I forget what it's called, but it's just beautiful. Is this picture of, like, it's supposed to be heaven, and there's clouds and a fucking sunset, and there's silhouettes of movie chairs, like theater seats, and Siskel sitting in one, and Ebert's walking up, and he hands him a bucket of popcorn. And he's like, "Hey, buddy, I've been saving you a seat." And I'm just like, that, okay. And that's what prompted me to even be like, no, I give a shit about this. Like, it's actually like, no, that's fucking gorgeous. That's beautiful.
So, okay, it was Siskel and Ebert, then Ebert and Roper.
Yeah, Ebert and Roper.
Now, is it going to be Roper and somebody?
I don't know. I haven't checked on that. I don't know, because for some reason I thought that Ebert and Roper might have separated a while ago.
I don't know.
Like, I haven't seen, like, for some reason I keep wanting to say that Roper has, like, the Roper Report, or something like that, like, he does his own thing now.
Okay.
Or whatever, because I want to say that probably happened after the surgery. If it even did.
Right, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, like, that he kind of backed away and did it on a, like, okay, cool, we're not hosting this anymore, we're doing this, I'll write my reviews, and that's it. But, let me leave, this will be the last thing I mention about Ebert. Let me leave it with this legacy of his fucking amazingness as a film critic. He reviewed the original cut of Brown Bunny by Vincent Gallo. And he said it was something along the lines of, this was the worst piece of shit, or something like that. Like, that was just a completely atrocious thing. how dare he call himself a filmmaker? You know, this shit like that. Like, just like, this is fucking god-awful of a film. And Vincent Gallo fucking retorted immediately, in which he, strangely enough, put some weird curse on his colon in his comment, because Vincent Gallo's fucking weird. But he says that, and he's like, well, at least I'm not fat. Shit like that, or whatever. Ebert responds with, he's like, yes, I may be fat, but one day I will be thin. And one day you will still be the person that directed Brown Bunny. It's like, fuck yes, like, good fucking response. And Vincent Gallo took fucking Brown Bunny back, recut it, cut out like fucking 20, 30 minutes or some shit. Ebert actually sat down to fucking review it again. And he actually gave it a good review. That he was actually like, he's like, I don't know why those 30 minutes made sense, but it did. That Vincent Gallo cut it perfectly to make this film a good movie. It's like, that's fucking awesome to own up to the fact that it's like, good job, dude. Congratulations. And that's what I'll leave it on. I'll leave Ebert on that. Yeah.
Excellent. Well, how about we cheers here to Ebert?
Yes. Let's cheers to Ebert. May he rest in peace.
Right then. We've got one more topic tonight.
One more.
We're going to talk about, two trailers. One trailer, a viral video, and an animated GIF of leaked footage.
And my virus.
We don't need to talk about those, Matt.
That's the name of the song that I play in my bedroom.
I mean, your parents' living room.
I hate you. Yeah. One day I will host this from my place.
Over my dead body.
Yes. When you die, I hope you leave me this place. You see the future too.
Or eventually we could move in together, and then it would be your place too.
That would be nice. Yeah.
Be more convenient.
Yeah, for everyone.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, but yes, the last topic of the evening.
Right. Trailer thingies. So
this should actually be a subject each week. Trailer thingies.
Well, it
just
might
things that
be.
are kind of trailerous.
Yeah.
Trailer.
So which one do you want to go with first?
What'd you say again? There's the trailer, there's the
viral video,
and there's the teaser.
The little animated GIF thing.
Ooh, okay. Oh shit, that's tough.
I know, right?
There's gonna be 5 minutes of us just discussing which one should
Okay,
go first.
let's go with the viral video.
Yeah.
There was, for Man of Steel, there was
the new Superman film. For anybody who doesn't know, Man of Steel is another name for Superman.
There's a 32-second long viral teaser thing. It's all staticky, like a transmission coming in. And the entire thing is General Zod contacting the Earth and saying, hey, you have been harboring one of my citizens. Yeah. Turn him over to me, or I will waylaced to your planet, essentially. Yeah. And I think that is the whole crux of the story. I think that's why we see him in manacles.
Oh shit! I didn't think about that. So just now, no, you're right.
Yeah,
that makes sense because he's willing to actually be like, yeah, no, I mean like beyond, because I always took that in the preview or in the poster that they original release of him in cuffs. That was the idea of like, to me is like, well, the government I guess sees him as a threat, and on that note, he is more so than Captain America. He is America's Boy Scout because he is the like. No, I will always be good. And if you need to take me in, take me in. Right. But no, you're right. That's exactly, that has to be why. Because otherwise it'd be stupid.
Right. He totally just has to turn himself in to the governments of the world and say, yes. Like,
don't kill this planet. Fuck. Yeah, holy shit, no, that's fucking phenomenal. Yeah, no, you're right.
Wow.
I mean, not phenomenal in the sense of, like, how the fuck do you think of that? But in the sense of, like, that moment of, like, man, all I saw was, I'm like, that viral video is cool. And you're like, I fucking learned the plot from this, you dick.
Well,
but yeah, you're right.
I am rather clever.
Clever. Yeah. Or cleaver.
No.
No, you're not. All right. Well,
and with that comment, you show neither are you.
Yeah. What? Well, and to me also, besides all that, one of the things that I'm amazingly happy about is General Zod is being played by Michael Shannon. And Michael Shannon, to be fair, the first time I ever saw him, I'm pretty sure, was in Cecil B. Demented, which was a John Waters film. So to me, it's like, okay, well, that doesn't really give him justice as far as his acting abilities go. But he was in a phenomenal horror film that was directed by, god damn it, it's the dude who did The Exorcist that I can't, Friedkin, I think, called Bug, where it's Charlize Theron and him as the main two characters.
Okay.
It was based on a play. All of it's bottled. It all takes place in a motel room. Her ex is played, like her abusive, fucking alcoholic ex is played by Harold Connick Jr. And he does it phenomenally.
Hey.
Yeah, fucking great. But Michael Shannon and her, like, start becoming paranoid about these little bugs that exist on your skin and shit like that. And it gets to the point of, like, this is very graphic and just very, like, holy shit, what the fuck? So amazing. His acting abilities are fucking phenomenal. I would have never said who should play General Zod next. Oh, Michael Shannon. At any point in time. Seen him do that, kind of seen him in the viral video.
His voice.
Yeah. But hearing his voice and seeing him for like 5 frames in the actual trailer, it's like, no, I believe it. I think he can do it. And I'm waiting for it. Like, I want this to happen. I'm very excited for Man of Steel.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
Yeah.
It's going to be great. Do you want to do H3?
Yeah, let's do H3 first.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. We just watched the full, extended, awesome, super duper deluxe Hangover 3 track.
It makes it sound like it has fucking commentary. I hope they release one with commentary, like, just for the fuck of it. Like,
challenge accepted.
Let's do it.
Let's do
our own commentary on the trailer.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, dude. Hangover 3.
It looks
trailer.
Great.
Looks fucking phenomenal.
I'm sad that Doug gets kidnapped again.
Yeah. Okay. I'm sad about that, but at the same time, I'm way okay with it because of the fact that it's like, no, like, even with the line of like, we're taking Doug and blah, 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 it leads it to be this kind of situational comedy of just like, God, fucking again? Like, just like, why are you doing this again? Like, just, and I like that. I saw, and Doug, you haven't seen Hangover 2.
No, I haven't.
Which, to be fair, you don't need to.
That's what I've heard, actually.
Yeah. Like,
it's just terrible.
It's not terrible. I saw it in the theater. I saw it for free because one of my friends is working there and I get a pass. But to me, it's one of those things where it's like, okay, they tried too hard and they tried to rush it. Like, because it only came out like 2 years after the original.
Oh, only 2 years?
Well, yeah, right. Well, fair enough. I think this is actually 2 years also after the second one. But it's one of those things where, to me, it just tried too hard to go more towards the grotesque value of the joke. Like, here's shock to make you laugh, and it's like this didn't make me fall in love with it, and it's sad because even fucking Paul Giamatti has a cameo in the second one, and I was still like, yeah, well, I mean, I love the dude, he's awesome. I shook his hand. I fucking love him. He's an amazing actor. But it's like, well, this movie isn't really doing it for me. Like, it's just not. It's not enough of the actual. We have a structure to this joke, versus, oh, okay, everybody do this. Is basically Hangover 2 is basically Ocean's 12 to Ocean's 11. I still liked it. I was still okay with it because I could tell that the filmmakers and the cast and crew were having fun. But overall, as an actual movie, was like, well, nah, I wouldn't fucking pay $10 to go see it in the theater. That being said, Hangover 3 looks fucking phenomenal. Like, fucking dead on. And have you seen the poster?
Yes, the Harry Potter.
Yeah,
poster.
the Harry Potter. Yeah, where it's if you haven't seen this, look it up. The Harry Potter poster where it has he who should not be named dicks, Voldemort. Yeah, I just called all Harry Potter fans dicks. Fuck it, whatever. I'm not a huge fantasy guy. I know you like Harry Potter, but it's still, like, to me, that image of Voldemort versus Harry Potter in the poster, and they've redone it for this, where Las Vegas is in the background, still debris flying, but it's Chang, or I call him Chang just because of fucking Community. Chow is his name in Hangover. God, what's his real name? Oh, god damn it. I feel so bad. Yeah. Ken Young. Ken Young? Yeah, something like that. Yeah. I feel bad because I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Wow. But he's fucking phenomenal. And he's from North Carolina. He's from here. Yay. Win. Yeah, him facing off against Zach Galifianakis in that poster is fucking brilliant.
Yeah. It's a cool poster. Amazing trailer. Hopefully the movie will live up to it.
I think it will.
So, yeah.
And the most important news...
I don't know if it's most important.
It kind of is, because we're both... You're a huge comic book nerd. You are. And I don't say nerd as a fucking insult. I think nerd's a good thing. Yeah, I think nerds are good things. I am not a huge comic book nerd. But I'm a huge cinematic nerd. And especially when it comes to... No, you might have adapted this correctly. So go on. I want you to introduce this. Excellent. Because you are the comic book guy.
All right. In Marvel's movie universe, there will be an Ant-Man movie directed by Edgar Wright.
Yes.
And we saw today some leaked footage in the form of an animated GIF that shows kind of how Wright is doing Henry Pym's powers, and it looks just awesome. It really does.
Do you have the link for that?
I don't have it right up in front of me, no.
Okay.
Why?
Well, no, I was going to say, just to mention, like, where to go. Or not where to go even, but just what to search for.
Moviepilot.com.
Moviepilot.com.
Yeah,
okay.
Moviepilot.com is where we saw it. And it essentially shows Ant-Man in his Ant-Man armor running down a hallway, jumping, shrinking to minuscule size.
You can't see this, but both of us are like fucking smiling amazingly at this because it's fucking beautiful. Go on, sorry.
Shrinking to minuscule size towards a man, hitting him with his body.
After he runs up the barrel of the gun.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. In the face. Then swinging on the dude's tie. Going back to full size. And throwing him out of a window. It's just beautiful.
It's fucking gorgeous.
Incarnate.
Yeah.
And if the rest of the movie is anywhere as cool as that little clip was, it's going to be amazing. And I do hear that he might be at the end of Iron Man 3.
Yeah, I saw something about that there might be a hint towards Ant-Man. And to me also, and you be the judge of this when you listen to it, and go out and please goddamn watch that footage because it's fucking beautiful. Like, oh god. But that was way too orgasmic. Like that to me it did. And my first reaction to it was it's Edgar Wright. And my worry about Edgar Wright doing any sort of big production. I mean, he has done big productions like Scott Pilgrim. But my worry was okay, well, he's going to give up some of his own. What is it? I'm trying to think of the term I learned in school for. It's not auteur, but his stamp basically on film. I was worried that he's going to give up some of that. To be like, okay, I'll do the comic book film and I'll fucking abide by whatever you say. But outside of it saying like pow and bam when he does this shit, it's purely like, no, this is his same directing from Scott Pilgrim. Like, he knows how to direct the action comic book. And because that's beautiful. But at the same time, yeah, you could totally see that if it is more comic booky in the sense of, like, there's fucking words coming out and shit like that, that'd be flat out from Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah.
But otherwise, it's like, no, you fucking made it work to be like, no, this is just fucking awesome looking. Like, yeah.
It should be great. And that's slated for 2015 in Phase 2. So,
seriously?
Yeah.
God damn it. What? I'm getting sad now.
Don't be sad, man. It's still part of Phase 2, so in Avengers 2, Ant-Man will be in that. So...
Okay, well, when's Avengers 2 slated for?
I'm not certain.
Okay,
but
because they're doing Winter Soldier,
Thor 2, Iron Man 3. So maybe he won't be in Avengers 2. I'm not certain when Avengers 2 is slated for.
Although, because all three of those come out within the next year, right?
Yeah, Iron Man.
Well, Iron Man's
actually,
very soon.
They all come out this year, I believe.
Okay, well, because they haven't released trailers for anything else.
Okay, so I guess next year. Yeah, so I guess Iron Man.
Within the next 2 years.
And then, yeah. So maybe
Ant-Man. Well, yeah, okay. Well, okay, to
Ant-Man
be fair,
could come
2015 is not that far away.
Right, no.
In hindsight.
Yeah.
Sorry, to me, it's one of those things where in my head I still exist in, like, 2005 or some shit. I'm just like, but that's so far away.
But no, I guess theoretically Ant-Man could come out and then Avengers 2 comes out right after it, sort of thing.
Okay, alright, fair enough.
But no. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for the show tonight.
Yeah, I think we did good.
Yeah, we thank you all for listening. We want to say
please.
We drink a lot.
Yes,
but we do not drink and drive.
No.
So please, people, don't drink and drive. We had a friend get hit by a drunk driver a couple nights ago. Jake, you're in our thoughts.
Yeah,
so, please, people.
I do want to say really quick with that, he's not dead.
No, he's not dead.
He's okay, kind of.
Right, yeah.
Don't fucking do that shit.
So, don't be a douche. We love you all. Thanks for listening.
Drinks lots of drinks. Yeah, drinks lots of water.
All right, and we'll see you all next time, huh?
Yeah, or what we want to do.
Well,
we'll see.